Your colleague, Congresswoman Jayapal, who, with eloquence and controlled emotion, spoke on an issue of prime concern to many of us in this room today. Unfortunately, not enough of us, not the majority of us. Some of us care about children. Some of us care about people. Some of us agree with Donald Trump when he describes certain folks as animals. And certain ones of us have adopted that view, obviously and clearly. Some of us believe that people coming across our southern border are animals. And so Representative Jayapal expressed her view on this, and as a result, ran everybody out of the room on the other side of the aisle. I guess the truth hurts, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman. The truth hurts. And when the truth is being told, it's unavoidable to us here on this side of the aisle. So we understand that even in cases of divorce where children are deprived of one of their parents, it has a profound impact on the child. Studies show that. That's why so many parents wait until their children are able to accept the trauma of separation and divorce before they actually take that step. Some parents really care about their children. And the majority of those people coming up through our southern borders, they are just like us. They care about their children too. And their children are just like children here in America. They hurt when they're separated from their parents. When children are separated from their parents, they struggle emotionally for the rest of their lives. They suffer an extreme sense of loss when they are pried from the arms of their parents at the border and taken away by strangers and housed like animals, like we treat cattle. We put the parents through one chute and put the children through another chute, treating them like animals. We separate the children, put them in a place where nobody loves them, where they basically have no parental guidance whatsoever. They are housed in prisons, in detention, in cages, like animals. And those children hurt just like American children. They suffer the sadness of not being with their parent. They suffer the isolation and loneliness that comes with separation. It will result in societal difficulties as they age, because they will be the ones with the behavioral problems. They'll be the ones who will use drugs and alcohol to try to numb the pain that they have never been able to deal with. They will become pregnant. They will be the ones that are committing the delinquencies as juveniles, and as adults, they'll become hardened criminals. What are we doing to ourselves? Because we know that we live in a global economy. When this administration leaves office, we will not be able to keep our borders closed. People, as they do overseas, take actions that impact Americans here in this country. You will not be able to escape the results of what we're doing to these children. We are taking innocent children and turning them into monsters that will one day come back to haunt us. We should not be doing this to these children. And I'm glad that you brought it up, Congresswoman Jayapal. It's a tough subject. Nobody wants to hear it on the other side of the aisle, but we care about people, we care about children, and it's wrong what is going on in America. And with that, I yield back.
Mr. Chairman.
First gentleman from Rhode Island seek recognition.
I move to strike the last word.
Recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I support the amendment. I too want to spend a moment to address the really important issue raised by the gentlelady from Washington and associate myself with her remarks and the remarks that strongly criticize the shutting down of debate by the committee chairman on this important issue. I know these are hard stories to hear, and I know nobody wants to hear them because they're devastating to listen to. But imagine how devastating they are to experience them. To be a mother sitting in a room and hear her child cry